How many times, how many times, how many times? And folks get angry at me because they live in la la land, fantasy, fiction. They want credit for things they did not earn. How many times have I said, I feel great embarrassment. I am ashamed of my gender. I am ashamed of the incompetence. I am ashamed of the cowardice. I am ashamed of the ignorance. I am ashamed of a group of men who want to be called men, who want to be called fathers, but they have done nothing since they've been so-called free to show, in fact, they behave like full functioning men. I met a truck driver, a brother, a few years ago, and he was actually bragging and boasting, talking about his only mission in life is to get a baby in every state of the union. So he wants, his ultimate goal is to try to get a child, one in every state that he ever drove in. And he drives the continental 48 states of the United States of America. Of course, as we know, or as we may believe, truck drivers make decent money, but there's no way this man on a truck driver's salary can support 48 babies. There's no way. But that's the only way he can feel like a man, is by making babies and bragging about his penis. That's it. So I'm watching Paternity Court with Lauren Lake. There's another man who has 12 children. 12. The big 1, 2. But he's bragging about his so-called father, which in reality, within the soul or black community, the reality is there are no fathers. There are no men. I said none. And they don't like it. Well, that's a personal problem, because that's the reality of things. That's the reality of our lives in this country. We've done this male gender, soul brothers, African American males, or whatever you want to call, have done nothing to earn the right to call yourself a man. None. So this man who has 12 children is bragging and boasting about his sperm donor father who had 32, the big 3-2. This is the only way the black male gender, they have no other accomplishments. They can show nothing else except playing with their penis, finding gullible women, and making babies that they cannot support. They do nothing for, offer nothing to, provide nothing, protect them from nothing. So we have slavery. These men would be ADOS, descendants of slaves here in America, the United States of America. So as long as the black man was a slave, you cannot expect a slave to be a father. The only thing a slave can do is be a sperm donor. He has no choice. He's the property of somebody else. So, according to our history, this black man was set loose. He was not set free. He was set loose. And he entered another stage of life called sharecropping, which is nothing but slavery, and they give you a few dollars. And under slavery, it was normal that we have a lot of children, plus we was Christians, and all children is a blessing, according to Christianity. But these children became nothing but slaves for their parents, working on the plantation, working on the farm as sharecroppers. They became farm hands. Whether the male actually loved his children or not, that's up for grabs. We got a lot of work to do. We running a farm. There was no birth control, so the women just spitting out babies like rabbits. So, now, we are 100 years, a little over 100 years off the slave plantation. These men want to claim, I'm a man, I'm a father. But they provide nothing. They make no laws. They are not equal to the men of this nation. Now, if they were equal, I would not be having this conversation. But we all know there is no equality. So these so-called fathers, these so-called men who fought and died for this country, it don't make any difference. One of the best citizens ever, don't make any difference. They make no laws, they make no policy. They control no resources. They're nothing but a big consumer. Incompetent leaders, and all they give to us is feel-good rhetoric. Pretty speeches, telling us to keep the faith. They give us nothing of substance. And we accept this from these losers, these so-called fathers, these so-called men. That's acceptable. That shows you how insane we are as a people, that this is acceptable. Nothing is acceptable to give you nothing. These men bring these children into a hostile environment, racist environment, and give the children no kind of skills, give the babies no kind of warning that you are in a fire, that you've been born into hell. You let the children believe that this is normal and everything is going to be all right. You don't give a damn. Selfish ass men, selfish ass women bring babies into the world knowing this is a hostile environment, and you don't do a damn thing for them. And we supposed to praise Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day. What the hell did you do as a father or a mother putting your child in a dangerous situation? You are a father, but you produce no baby milk for your children. The mother does not breastfeed. The mother doesn't even love her child enough to breastfeed. Matter of fact, a lot of women view breastfeeding as nasty, even though they don't mind having a man with 32 teeth in his mouth suck on their breast. It's nasty for their baby to get their sustenance off their breast. You give your child Similac. This father, this black man, don't produce baby diapers or baby car seats, have no schools, offer your children no man or womanhood training because you don't know what a man is, you don't know what a woman is. The only thing you ever been in your history is a damn slave. You just freshly come off the slave plantation. Your idea of being a man and a woman is copying white folks and other people. This father, this man, has no culture. He wants to be an African. He wants to be an Aboriginal. He wants to copy other men from other places, foreigners. He has no culture. He has no identity. He makes excuses for his reckless sexual behavior by using religion, be fruitful and multiply. But at the time, there was no people. We have about 5 billion people on the earth. There's no need to be fruitful and multiply. And the resources that we depend on is dwindling, becoming polluted and cancerous. I'm having all these babies to secure my legacy. What kind of legacy? You don't have an identity. You suffer from identity confusion. And your legacy is just what I described. You don't produce anything. You're pitiful, weak gender. What kind of legacy? You want somebody to hand down your legacy. Your weakness. You're pathetic. You're a bunch of losers. Your vanity. Nature does not care about your pathetic vanity. You want to feel like a man. Nature, there's no DNA for Johnson or Muhammad or Rodriguez or whatever you want to call yourself. Your DNA, your legacy, your family name. DNA don't give a damn about your family name. Nature only cares about the survival of a species. That's vanity to make you feel like you're a man. And the sad thing about it is after a certain period of time, the future generations don't give a damn about you. You will be forgotten. Your legacy don't mean a damn thing. Nobody's going to even talk about your dead ass. And the reality is, your legacy is the white man's legacy. Because that's all you know. And you can scream black power, and you can be a Hebrew Israelite and a black Muslim. You can do all that. Your legacy is white folks. And that's what you pass down, and that's what we see. Because you have failed to provide, you have failed to protect, you have failed to produce your own culture, you have failed to produce your own identity. What kind of damn legacy you gonna hand down to children? So having babies playing with your penis makes these guys feel good. That's the only way they can feel like a man, because they have not done nothing that shows they are full functioning men. So I say on this platform, because either you're going to be a man or you're not. I say none. There are no men. There are no fathers in our community. When you earn that, when it's credible and valid, then you should get the credit. The little ding-dong, the little ding-a-ling, the little twiddle-twaddle crap that my gender does don't impress nobody. It does not impress white men. It does not produce Mexicans. It does not impress the Asians or anybody or Africans or nobody. We're cowards. We're incompetent. We have no power. We have no respect from nobody. So we make these babies and we control these silly women who have never really known a man. And so through them, they make us feel like we men. But the reality, when compared to other men in America, especially the Caucasian men in this country, don't even come close. So we run around here and get a little money. We pretend men, fake men. I say they don't exist. Keep playing with your penis, making babies.